Have you ever walked into a room feeling fine? Then 10 minutes later, you feel heavy, dizzy, even a bit foggy, like someone pulled a plug on your energy. That's not anxiety, that's resonance overload. And you're not imagining it. You've just stepped into a symphony where each instrument's playing a different tune, and your nervous system is trying to conduct the entire orchestra. If you're empathic, you're not broken, you're simply attuned to frequencies most people overlook. And that tuning, that wonderful sensitivity, serves as both your guide and your challenge. Well, at least until you learn how to navigate it. So let's explore why that gift might feel like a curse, and how to keep your tone steady when everyone else's signals begin to flood the field. It's not emotion, it's physics. Your nervous system isn't just a bundle of wires carrying feelings, it's an exquisitely tuned resonance instrument. Every heartbeat, every breath, every cell is listening not to words but to tone. And when someone walks past you radiating tension, anger, or fear, your field doesn't analyze it, it synchronizes. It begins to mirror that vibration automatically. Now, heart math calls this entrainment. Two heart rhythms meeting in the same field, and the stronger frequency wins. If your coherence and internal rhythm are steady and grounded, you'll calm the space around you effortlessly. But if you're tired, distracted, or uncentered, and somebody nearby radiates chaos, your system begins to dance with their beat before you even notice. That's the hidden frequency game. Empaths aren't exhausted because they care too much. They're exhausted because they're open on every channel, trying to listen to the entire symphony at once. And your body can't tell what's yours and what's borrowed. Have you ever felt someone's headache manifest in your own skull? Or does your shoulder tense up the moment a friend begins talking about their stress? That's not imagination, that's your body sensing the energy field. When you're empathic, you don't just notice emotions, you interpret them. You sense vibration like braille through muscle, breath, and heartbeat. It's actually an ancient survival code embedded in the nervous system, and it's been there long before we've had language. I've observed this pattern repeatedly in group settings. One person sits down with chronic back pain, and within minutes, those around them, you can see them pressing their lower backs, rubbing their shoulders and wondering why they suddenly feel pain. They're not copying the behavior, they're mirroring the frequency. And here's what's happening beneath the surface. The body doesn't perceive energy, it detects vibration. And when it senses a signal of pain in its field, it really can't distinguish where the signal ends and where you begin. So it assumes, this must be mine. Since the body's role is to respond to what it believes is true, it triggers the same chemistry, tight muscles, cortisol release, shallow breathing, and it's as if that pain actually exists inside your skin. That's how empathy turns into exhaustion. The body becomes a translator for everybody else's static. And before long, you're running 10 channels of emotion through a single power source. Here's the good news though. This isn't a weakness. It's proof of how deeply connected we are and how your system was designed to keep the tribe coherent. You're wired to feel the field so that you can help stabilize it. The work now is really to remember that awareness doesn't mean ownership. You can witness pain without wearing it. You can sense a storm without becoming the lightning rod. And it's as simple as rebooting the system in 3 breaths. All right, let's bring it home for a moment. You don't need incense, mantras, or rituals for this one. Just your lungs and a few seconds of attention. This is the point where most empaths begin to heal, not by increased protection, but through rhythm. Because rhythm is what communicates to your nervous system, we are safe. Let's do it together. Take a deep breath through your nose for 5 seconds. Nice and gentle, feel it move through your chest and down into your belly like a soft wave of light. That's you calling your energy back, the fragments that got left behind in conversations, worries, and rooms full of static. Now, exhale through your mouth slowly and steadily for 8 seconds. Let your shoulders drop As you release your breath, visualize everything that isn't yours just sliding away. Old tension, others' moods, burdens you were never meant to carry. And then simply sit in complete stillness for 3. No breath, no thought, no effort. And that brief pause is where your body realizes, oh, we've made it. That's when coherence begins to hum again. This simple 5-8-3 rhythm does more than help you relax. It resets the vagus nerve, that quiet messenger linking your heart, brain, and gut. It slows the pulse, clears the static, and allows the field around you to settle. In that moment, everything remembers its place. So do this 3 times, and you'll feel it. The edges of your energy begin to reappear. The room's noise fades away. You can clearly tell where you end and the world begins. That's coherence. That's your tone remembered. And the beauty is, it's not armor. It's not you hiding from the world. It's simply rhythm. The way your soul keeps your body in tune. Every time you return to that breath, you pull your energy out of reaction and back into resonance. It's not self-defense, it's self-remembrance. Now that you've felt that breath settle you, let's talk about keeping it steady when you step back out into the world. Because coherence isn't something you do once and just forget about it. It's something you carry with you all the time. And the truth is, most of the places we spend time in are emotional weather storms. It's a mall, an airport, a hospital. All of these are swirling with want, worry, excitement, fear, and joy. It's not about good or bad. It's simply a storm of signals. So one of the things you can do, when our kids were little, we taught them something simple before entering places like that. We'd say, take a breath, then picture yourself surrounded by light. A soft egg of white. Not armor, not a bubble to hide in, just light. Let it extend as far as it feels natural. It could be 4, could be 5 feet in every direction. That's your personal field saying, I'll decide what comes in and what stays out. Because if you've ever stood in a crowded shopping mall, you know the mix of emotions there. There are people thrilled with their purchases, others stressing over bills, even quiet heartbreaks playing out between the aisles. Every frequency is bouncing around, and your nervous system is listening to all of it. That simple visualization, that luminous egg, gives it permission to filter. It keeps you porous enough for compassion, but strong enough to stay true to yourself. And if you ever find yourself in heavier places like bars, nightclubs, certain offices, or even hospitals, that practice becomes essential. Those environments hum with unanchored energy. You'll feel it when you walk in without that buffer. It's that subtle pull, the static, the emotional fog. Maybe that's why they call alcohol spirits, because it loosens the edges of a person's field and things start mingling where they were never meant to. So this practice takes 5 seconds, but it can transform your entire day. And you're not shutting out the world. You're maintaining coherence within it. That's what self-preservation really is. It's a small act of remembering before you step through that door. Let's take a breath, visualize the light, walk in with awareness. It's not superstition, it's field physics. Energy flows awareness, and awareness sets the tone. So, before you step into the crowd, into the meeting, into the noise of the day, wrap yourself in that light. It's kindness to your system. It's respect for the field. And it's a simple way to stay tuned to the frequency that actually belongs to you. So here's the thing about boundaries. They're not walls, they're rhythms. The healthiest energy fields don't lock down, they keep moving. Just like breath, just like the tide. It's in and out. If you stay open all the time, you end up overwhelmed by everything around you. If you close completely, you actually cut off the very flow that sustains you. So it's not about building fences, it's about understanding your rhythm of openness. I like to think of it this way. Each breath is a dialogue between you and the universe. Inhale, the world enters. Exhale, and you send your tone out. The space in between, that's where you listen. That's the moment of awareness where you decide what's yours to hold and what's ready to release. Empathy was never meant to be suffering. It's actually resonance with awareness. The ability to feel life, not drown in it. When you remember that, everything shifts. You stop absorbing and you start to harmonize. That's the true alchemy of being an empath. Bringing coherence where there's chaos. Being in the calm frequency amidst the storm. Not through effort or defense, but by embodying rhythm itself. So, when you notice yourself tightening or the world becoming loud, return to that rhythm. One breath open, one breath release. Let the field breathe with you. Boundaries aren't something you hold, they're something you live. And when you live them consciously, you don't lose your sensitivity. You begin to refine it. You start to feel life clearly, cleanly, without distortion. That's coherence. That's maturity in energy form. It's not about shrinking away from the world. It's about standing inside it, steady and clear, knowing that your light can meet anything without fear. You know, at its core, empathy was never meant to exhaust you. It was meant to serve as a reminder that everything is interconnected. The same energy that allows you to feel another person's pain is also what enables you to experience their joy, their peace, and their light. So, next time you walk into a space and feel that wave of exhaustion, don't judge it. Recognize it. Your field has just picked up a signal that's out of tune. You don't need to fix it or carry it. Just breathe. Inhale for 5, bring your energy back home. Exhale for 8 and release the static. Rest for 3 in that sacred stillness where coherence returns. And remember, the calmest frequency always prevails. You don't need to be the loudest presence in the room. You just have to be the clearest. Empaths aren't here to absorb the world. They're here to tune it. Your steadiness encourages everything around you to settle. Your rhythm becomes a quiet form of leadership. So keep breathing. Keep remembering. Keep that gentle white light surrounding you when the world feels heavy, and walk in coherence. If this resonated with you, then check out Why Time Isn't Linear next. It'll show you why these energy loops just keep repeating until we change the tone that caused them. And until then, stay present, breathe often, and keep your light shining bright. You're not here to carry the world. You're here to cohere within it. Thank you, with love and light.